Good evening. Unfortunately, I have done 0 bobbin winding today, so I thought I'd come and confess my sins, but I am here to do some of my Flanders square instead, which is proving to be very difficult due to where it is on the cushion, but there we go. I don't know quite what to do with the bobbins, to be honest. Normally, I would change bobbins at this point. I was going, oh, I wonder where I've got some pins. Well, let me consider the, well, rather hefty amount of pins I've got here. I mean, it is more than a handful. I mean, seriously, there's a good handful, and there's still nearly as many in the pot. So, I think I've got some pins. Let's use one of these. I was about to go, I should open my pot of pins. No, you don't need to open the pot of pins, woman. You've got 1,000 frigging pins here. You're at a funny angle, so you can keep out of it. So, but I kind of want to swap to these bobbins for my curtain, because I really like these bobbins. But that involves rewinding all the bobbins, not just the ones that are a bit short on staff, which would mean that it would take a really long time. And, well, to give you an idea, I did obviously I did unpick the pins yesterday, so it's going to look a bit big, but we are now off. I now have 5 squares in my tin. And I don't know what to do. I really don't. I really don't know whether I should stick with the current bobbins and just, fix up the ones that are empty stroke really short, or change to the new bobbins that I like, because there's nothing wrong with the current bobbins. There really isn't. But the problem is finding the time to do either, to be honest, because obviously I hold down a day job, and it's not like I'm making a mint from doing this and can retire. So I'm kind of struggling a little as to how to progress at this point in the week, because it's going to take some time to sort the bobbins. But of course, if I come on stream and do this, I'm not sorting bobbins. And, I haven't actually done any yet, because, I haven't done any yet. So, I found myself, as I say, kind of stuck in a conundrum as to what I should do, because, it's a lot of work either way, and it's a lot of time, and it's a lot of time I don't really have. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to fix that, and get back to doing curtain until I've got a lot of time. But I also don't really want to take the week off. Just winding bobbins, or as, potentially a week off. As, up to a week off. So I really don't know quite I don't know what to do with that. So yes. time to see if I should do it different. So, pretty much every single one of the GIMP threads and the hearts have been done differently. So let's see. I need to cross these two, and they form the outside. These then need to come in, and these need to come in and not be wrapped around pins, if at all possible. Thank you. Or you. We then need to put in a pin. See, the problem I have is that nothing supports the GIMP, and it just wants to fall out. As you will soon see. And for some reason, both of them have done weird things on me. Hang on. Right. There's one. Now this one has come off the top rows, but because it's multiple threads, it's harder to see which ones should be up there. And the answer is you. So let's make you a bit shorter for a minute. Right. Right. But nothing holds this up there. This is what I mean. And my internet just farted. What on internet? So, I can't remember which one comes next. Where's my book gone? Have you eaten my book? No, there it is. So, we go left first. So we start with you, and we check we've got a bit more on that than that, and then we do. This time we're going to do that, and then that. Yeah, I know you've fallen off. See, this is what happens when you don't have pins supporting your GIMP threads. Your bobbins try to run away, and it's really freaking awkward. So you two need to scoot back up to make you back up there. You then come across here. Scoot, can we stay up the top, please? We then gingerly move you over here because, well, there's still nothing supporting you. And we know we've got enough twists on these. So these go through these. And then under here. And through here like that. You... See, nothing supports the workers either, so I can't even really scoot it up a bit. Because, well, you can't. So let's scoot you back up a bit. Trying to keep you up there. But at the same time, I need you up there. Scoot you up a bit. So you're the outside. Now I need to bring you two through. So you go. You now go over there. You go over under like that. And you come through here like that. Right. And you scoot up. Dear God, this is hard work. Because until we get down to here, nothing actually supports any of the worker threads, or they all just kind of hang on for dear life, which is why I don't like this much. So you now work your way across, which is fine. Great. You oh, assholes! Got it wrong. What did you do wrong, Liz? Well, I only brought one pair in on the left-hand side. Because. Now, I can fix it at this point by taking these back. Take these back like this, so that there it's on the right hand side. Actually, oh, just lie down, Rory. Stop jogging me. Right. Now we need to bring you through because we forgot. And you go over under. And then you come through here like this. And we scoot everything up a bit. Because. And we scoot these two up a bit. This is turning into a shitstorm, which is why I liked having the GIMP thread on the outside. So, you're on the outside, you're the GIMP thread. You are the ones that just made it all the way across. You are the newer pair that now goes through here and comes all the way across to the other side. Like that. Where I've already done the others. So now I need to find the ones in the middle. Or at least scoot some of you up. Because I don't seem to have the two in the middle anymore. Where are the two in the middle? You end up over there. You're in the wrong place. Got it wrong again. Let's go back. Right, you are the middle ones. You are not the worker pair. you two are the middle pair that scoot up. That's because we've actually gone back to here, and now you two do the dance. Did I do the pin? Yes. No. This is a new one. Got that? No, it's not. Somehow I haven't got the pin in. That's the problem. Well, it's not a problem at all. Somehow I missed the pin. Let's undo this bit again, as if I haven't undone it enough times. And hello! I am not enjoying this. I am screwing this up far more than I should. So my main complaints are the fact that this GIMP thread is not held down by nothing. You then add pairs. Now, ignore the fact that I've added some pairs. You did miss me finish my square yesterday, although all I actually did yesterday was pull pins out and put them in a biscuit tub. It took me 8.5 hours in total to pull out all the pins. We will not be doing the leaving pins in like this again. Fuck that shit. Frankly, we will stick to the edges only. 'Cause fuck that shit. But at this point in Flanders, I'm ready to set fire to this thing. And I have a big, deep conundrum. My problem is, because we now have an empty square, I've got to re-prep all my bobbins. Now, I want to change to these bobbins. Bear in mind I've got plenty spare, so that's fine. Dear Lord God, dog. Should be done under the Geneva Convention for that. Excuse me while I waft away some smell. What have you been eating? 58-week-old dead thing by the smell of it. Jesus. Right. So I want to change these bobbins. But it is bad enough sorting out the bobbins, because, well, there's like 36 pairs of the bloody things. As it is, especially during a working week, because, well, working week, I can't exactly do much during the day. I mean, I can devote my lunch break to it, but you don't exactly get a lot done in half an hour. And then, of course, by the time I've done that, walk the dog, it's time to stream, and it's already too late. So I didn't manage to do any today, I confess. So I literally did jack shit today. Or I achieved jack shit today. So hence I thought I would do this instead, because at least it's making lace, and, you know, my brain kind of prefers this end of the making lace scenario. Flicking bobbins is a good thing. Winding bobbins and pulling pins, not so much. Although I don't hate winding bobbins. It just seems to take a lot. It's like prepping my loom. It seems to take a lot longer than really it should. But now I'm sitting here with my Flanders. Now, I've got to the point where I needed to add the GIMP. Hello, Netkisser. Good to see you. But the problem is you're not supposed to put the GIMP thread behind the pin. As a result, as you can see, if I move this GIMP thread is just sitting around causing a smell, really, in the middle. And I can tighten these two to take it back up to the top. But the moment you touch anything, it moves. Now, this is the side I was supposed to do first. And I've moved both pairs through the GIMP threads and the outside pair. So now this one has to do the dance with that and then work across. Where I've already done the bringing in of the other side because I realised I fucked up. Because I realised I'd only bought half the pair in. And as you can see already, this then, I can pull this up and tension everything and make it a little better, but not a lot. And so I was just checking I had actually put the right things through the right things. You know how it is. I'm good at screwing this up. This pair, which technically these are now coming in and we'll pretend that I've just done that. This pair now has to do the dance with this one, which is its friend. And then they come across back to this side, where the GIMP thread is. And we try and tension it a bit more, because basically tensioning this is really freaking annoying. Now I need more of these, and I have to do 2 more of these. And they keep catching on the threads there. As I'm not... Sorry, I'm just playing dig out a cloth. As I am not working on the other project for this millisecond, I'm going to... try and slide this underneath a bit. So let's put you 4 up. It's probably, I should start in the middle really, shouldn't I? That would be the sensible thing, Kimber. Start in the middle. Push you to one side and you to one side. Lay the cloth roughly in the middle and check what your co-worker had who's pinging you about. But lay this roughly in the middle, like that. Like that. So that they don't catch on all the pins of the things before. They'll still catch on some pins, of course, because, well, that's what lace bobbins do. And then we slide you over, because that's where you should be. And then we bring you out of there, and you out of there. See, starting in the middle was so much easier. Right, now we can tighten the cloth a bit. See what the co-worker wanted in case it was interesting. Or more technically important. Right, now you've got caught round loads of pins. So, we now need to do, because we're doing this one differently to the last one, you come through here, you come through there, and you now need to do the dance with this pair. Where we need a pin, so this involves lots of muttering because frankly, it's not entirely logical. But according to the book, this is more of how it should be, although it's not clear whether you need to do the cloth stitch bits with that bit or not, but I'm trying it because I thought it would be a good thing. And this now goes through here. You are now done until next row, and we can tension you up a bit more, like that. Right. So now you have to do the dance. You, with your friend, you get kind of tensioned, but it looks really pants, but we'll try and pretend that that's not a thing. And you work all the way across to the other side. To here. And we sneak you up a bit. Now we need you four, and we do cloth stitch with you two because we've decided that's a thing, and then we do the over under thing for you, and then you come through here. Brain fart. That's where I was going with that. You now go over there, but try not to be caught on the pins. Because you're all caught on pins. Stop catching on the fucking pins. Right, then we put a pin in, because you put a pin in between the two halves coming in, like that. So you need to snug up, because you're the previous worker. Now we need to do you. You then come in. And you now go through these, and you can snug up like that. As you can see, this is so you now go over there, you do the dance with you, and you all kind of sit over there. You now have to go back through the 5,800 bobbins that are slowly taking up space. And already this feels like a lot of bobbins, and we're not even halfway yet. Right. Now we get more bobbins. As if there wasn't enough bobbins. This is definitely part of the reason I struggle with this, is because A, you can't really kind of tension things easily because they've not got the wrong way around, over under. No, that's not right. What the fuck am I doing? You go under that one. That's what's going on. You then pass through the pair that was coming from the right. We then put in a pin. And we put the pin in here, which feels an awful long way down. One thing I didn't do, of course, arsehole. After all that, children, let's undo that as if we haven't undone enough already today. So under, over, and then I wish my co-worker would stop pinging my phone. We need to do another one of these because this is not looking secure. Didn't on the last one, I don't think either, but I'm not going back that far. I've already gone back a few times. So now we bring you back through here and we go over that one, under that one, and what? This is one pinhole too far down. Yep. That's why this looks so funny. That goes there. Right. Fuck. This now goes in that hole, which makes it slightly more reasonable. And we do the through here. Yeah, you. Through here, and then we do the over under thing, and then we do the thing, and you are out for the count. You two do the dance, and you kind of dangle, and then we go back the way we came. Where's my back scratcher? I've got an itchy back. It's been a challenging day, people. Been a challenging day. And more so because the moment I got off work and was thinking about streaming, I realised that I didn't really have anything prepped. Scratchy scratch. Right. Okay. So, you now all can shuffle gently a bit to one side because we've got a lot more room to make yet. Now, interestingly, book, what do I do here? How in the name of mercy does that work? Oh, brain cell farts. Hang on. Oh, no. This is all right. I thought I had to do a ground stitch into the pinhole I could see, but I didn't have the bobbins. The answer is no, I don't. I am continuing the current in pair. It's the next one that's funky. It's just too many bobbins, isn't it? It's just too many bobbins for all of this. Let's put you out the way for a second. So, you need to come through here, and we need to put a pin in. There. Then we do the over, under, and dance with you. And you need to come up here like that, but not melt with all the pins, if that would be okay. Thank you. Then we do you, and you go over that, under that, and you then do the dance with you, and you go out the way. And we try and snug you up a bit. And you do the dance with you. Like that. How's that cloth stitch looking? It's looking a bit manky. But seen worse. Now we work back over the other way. And now we had 4 more bobbins. Let's use this one as it's here. And we... I've just realised I've got the wrong stream info, haven't I? Let me change that then. There we go. Because we are not making a torsion neck curtain, we are doing a Flanders square. Oh look, Spambot. Hello Spambot. We don't like spam bots. We report spam bots. And Twitch are really good about killing you people like you. There we go. Bye bye Spambot. Oh look. Did I fuck up? I think so. It just kind of feels like it. Because there's a sort of gap there. Got the yawns. So I'm not planning this on being a long evening stream. Part of the reason for that is so that I can do some bobbins. I mean, I would sit and do some bobbins at you, but I can't really do it under camera. So all we could really do is just chat, and there's nothing wrong with just chatting, but kind of need to concentrate, or at least concentrate enough, shall we call it. But I can't decide whether I want to change to the new bobbins or not, although I want to change to the new bobbins. But it is a lot of work to change to the new bobbins, and is that what I really want to do right here, right now? And the answer is yes, I really do like these bobbins enough, but we're back to effort versus reward, right? Because quite a few of the bobbins still have quite a bit of thread on, I would have to rewind all of those bobbins. Therefore, you know, it's not like there's, 1 metre of thread on it and it'll take me 5 seconds. You know, although it never seems to take 5 seconds, so don't ask. You know what these bobbins really need? The smallest, tiniest hole for which to poke your thread through, so that when you start winding your bobbins, it's got something to grip to. Because they're not shiny, but they are quite smooth, which doesn't help. Wow, Twitch don't seem to have actioned my report yet. That's unlike them. Oh, I've got such yawns. Let's hit my yawn button. So I apologise for... Did that come up? I don't think it did. There you go. Yawns. Apologise for my yawns. Back to the other side. Ooh. Yeah. My brain does that from time to time. I'd say about once every 3 months, my brain does the... I'm really tired, go to bed. And almost like 45 minutes later, I'm done now. You're going to get up and like paint the kitchen, or, frankly, it'd probably climb Mount Everest given a chance. It's a bit like the I'm really tired, you go to bed, well, I'm not tired now. It's kind of the same deal, but in reverse. It goes, I'm really tired, you instantly fall asleep. And like 10 minutes later, no, that was it, I'm done now. Thanks. It's a bit like when, for some reason, and it's not that you've got an infection or anything, but it's the I'm desperate for a pee. You go and it kind of goes, drip. No, that was it. And you're like, really? You interrupted everything? You made me rush to the toilet because you swore you were going to explode for one drop. Really? It's a bit like the dog. Need to go out. Let them out. I only wanted to sniff for 5 seconds. It's cold out there. I don't want to go out now. Yeah, well, if you've been awake all this time, you've probably done quite a bit of your cross stitch. What are you making? So you now need to come out and through here. Look how many wretched bobbins we've got active, and we need to add 4 more. Only briefly, but we need to add 4 more. And here we do twisty, twisty, because that's definitely a thing. And then okay. I see. Now, you're in the wrong place. You need... Oh, assholes! Breathe. I got it wrong last time. I got it wrong last time. Oh dear God, I got it wrong last time. Mummy, I hate this now. I'm getting bored of this now. I'm getting bored of screwing it up. Right, you go back in the hole. Because we don't need you yet. We need to undo you. No, that didn't undo you, so I don't know why not. But you didn't undo, so let's sort that out. Okay. You now come back through here. You get to go over there. We get to undo all of these, because we just love doing this. Oh, that's beautiful. I like that. That's definitely beautiful. I like that. Now we take you back because I got the other side wrong. Because I'm stupid. And this isn't annoying at all. No. Ooh. Isn't that always the way? You can find some really beautiful things, but not in the colour that will work. Yeah, I know that problem. Now, we need to undo this, but I can't really see it because it's bent round 58 pins. So let's roll you all round like this to make a bit more room the other side. Right, let's work out what the hell happened here. So, I need to go over, under, under, no, under, and right, let's put you there. Now, you needed to come through this way. Why can't I ever see which way threads are crossed? I just literally can't see it. I can see that they meet, I just can't tell whether it's above or below. And given that it's only two ways round, but it's like plugging in a USB device, whichever I pick first, it's not that. So I then try the other way, it's not that either. So it is very much like working with USB devices. Right, you are passives, you are the pair. Now, let's go back to my diagram and do it right this time. Is that we are now at the middle of the three. The middle of the three comes out, does a half doodad with that. Right. So, you go over, under, do the dance. Do a couple of twists because it kind of needs to. But you get a pin, because we've come out of you, to try and pin you into the right place. And this is the place where you actually get to tension things a little bit better because it's got a pin to hang on. You've just come off because you're annoying. And it's still too frigging long. How do you achieve that? And you're a bit long. And you're a bit long. Give me it. So, you've now done that. You now do that. You now do the double thing with you. And you need to do that. And do this. Actually, that was a complete load of bollocks as well. Fuck's sake. I wish this wasn't so hard. And somehow, even though I know what I did to do it, undoing it is never the same. Now I'm getting backache because I'm getting stressy and pissy. Right, you've come through. You are the 4 from there. We need to do cross, twist, cross, twist, cross, twist, put a pin in. I need to pick you up because I can't get at the pin. There we go. And then you two go back in. You go back through. And now you get to go to the other side. You can see why I don't favour this as a lace style. There are too many bobbins, and it's too easy to get it wrong just because you've come off. I think, yeah, you've come off. There's just too many bobbins. It's too hard to get the tension right on the cloth stitch. And I just can't feel that the gain is worth it, you know? I really, really can't feel the love for this. So, let's work you across this way. Actually, let me check I am not being insane. No, I am right. That's good. co-worker says.
We just landed. Our plane crashed. It's upside down. Fire department's on site. Upside down.
Just watching a news article, bear with me.
Most people appear to be okay. We're all getting off. Some smoke going on.
That's bizarre. forgot to twist them again. Oh, for fuck's sake, Kimber. Hang on. Something's not quite right and I can't see because of the spread of bobbins, it's really hard to see in the small space that you've got what is going on. So that goes down there. You are not. You are you. That makes more sense. Twitch has actioned my report. Took them their time today. Right. You need to go through, and you go over under, and we put the pin in here. Like that. I think I had the pin the wrong side last time. I did. I've had quite a few pins the wrong side. Oh well, fuck it. Oh. You didn't need to do you yet. Let's put you over there and forget. In fact, let's undo that briefly. Somehow I screwed that up. How? Let me check my book in case I've got out of sync with myself somehow. No. I'm just an idiot. I got carried away. So... you two are... one, two... Oh. Oh. I fear that did not go as intended. Well, there is a bit of that, to be fair. I screwed up the other side as well. This is driving me insane, guys. This is utterly painful. Now, something's not right. Oh. Yep. Surely that makes a triangle. I get the diagonal chain. What I don't understand, because I can't see it, is if you've made a diagonal and you start crocheting from both sides, it makes it a bit like making a toe on a sock, right? So surely you crochet a triangle and join the two triangles to make a double-sided triangle. Or, like a knitted shawl, you're doing lots of increases, so you crochet two triangles, but you're crocheting from either side of the train. Then I'd have to say it. It's not making any sense from the description. Because if you start on a diagonal, no matter what you do with it, well, you don't gain anything by starting on a diagonal, because if you make a rectangle and fold it in on itself, you might as well have started with a straight edge and had done with it. And just... But you've said it's a diagonal edge. I haven't got any paper that I can wreck. Yeah, that doesn't help. I don't like hats. If this was a diagonal... no, I can't even do it with this without fucking it about. Why is it you never have anything you want? I've got an entire house full of shit, and I live in a shithole, and yet I still do not have a frigging piece of paper. I think I know what you mean, but not how... You see, I think that's making it hard work for the sake of it, and not actually gaining. I think you're making a rhombus, folding it on itself, so you end up with the kind of the end triangles folding over to join in the middle. In which case, just... Still sounds... It's sounding an awful lot like this Flanders lace. I get it, but it sounds a lot of effort for not a lot of gain. I must have some fucking paper. How can I not have a piece of paper? That I can get at, more accurately. No, it's got my address on it. Don't really want to use that. Everything's got my... Every piece of paper's got my address on it. What I can do, though, is draw on the back of it. Hang on. So, I think you're saying that you start as a diagonal, you crochet up, and you make the diagonal. You then kind of fold along the lines. Technically, they'd be in line with the thing. so that then that forms triangle that way. So this then meets up with there, and this one meets up with there. So you end up with a rectangle, but that you've done in diagonals, but you'd still end up doing... No, I mean, you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still end up with increases. Draw us a picture and send us the picture then, because that's the only way I can think of having diagonals. I can't picture it at all. Right? But to achieve that, you have to make the shape I just showed. Then there are increases. If you start in the middle across the diagonal, you cannot make a tube. Without decreases. Yeah, if you can show me roughly how you achieve that, I'd be very interested, because I cannot see a way that you can start on a diagonal, make a tube, and end up with a square. I can see making it with decreases and increases. I can see making it in the shape that I suggested and then sewing it together in the middle. But not without increases, decreases, or making the shape that I said. I can't picture a single way to do that. And I'm usually quite good at that. Damn, my head hurts. Okay, so you are technically... If you just keep going round and round and round and round... Maybe. That's weird, that is. Yeah. But you go round and round and round, right? Yeah, but you literally just go round and round and round and round and round, right? So you do like your chain, and you work up one side, you work down the other side, and you just go round and round and round and round and round, right? Yeah. I was thinking you go round and round and round, but that would make more of a triangle or a tube, as you've said, but you're not making a tube. You're kind of making a pill and flattening it. Yeah. It is. I see that. Well, it's not a tube. Not really. Sort of a hat. I'll go with the sort of a hat. It's more folded beret, but yeah. Oh, my head hurts. But I'm not surprised your mum had issues trying to work out how you made it. Yeah. It's a bit like doing this in that it's not impossible. Yeah, mother-in-law, sorry. Yeah. It's like this. It's not illogical, but it's freaking close. It's kind of brain melty, I think is the short answer. It's a bit brain melty. Right. Now, at this side, you have to come out. Yeah. Yes. I probably would have said that while you start with the diagonal line, that you crochet round and round and round and round and round. And in doing so, as long as you keep that diagonal flat, you're kind of making a slipper shape that eventually the two ends draw together because they form a, you know, it's as wide as it is long and it will make a square. But at the same time, you know, there are complications in that. Right. I need to put a pin in. I need to put a pin in here. No, pin in. Fuck off. Pin in point there. Right. And we need another pair to come out, and this is where the coming out bit is the really awkward bit and the brain melt for in my case. So for example, your brain melt was complicated, and I'm definitely not disagreeing with that, but if you look at my brain melt, so these two are passives coming down. Now, normally when you bring them in, you bring in the top pair and it dangles down, and then the one that goes around the bottom of the pin is the one that goes across. On the way out, it's this pair that leave, not the pair next to the, well, actually it's those two. This pair leaves, not this one. So normal, you'd expect this pair to leave, but it's not. You have to do the dance with this and then shorten this because it's too long and it's going to annoy me. Hang on. It now goes out past the fat one, does the dance with the pair on the outside, and now it and its friends can be used to do a thing like that, to then come out so that it is available for this one but it doesn't go that way. Hang on, something's not right, because oh no, you and you go to form that. That's all right. It's right. Thought I'd screwed up. Haven't. It's okay. And then the pair that managed to stay in, this pair, now works its way back across. But if I show you the picture again, if I show you the picture, we've just done this bit. So we've come here. Sorry, this one. We've come here and one pair's going that way, and the other pair's, so both pairs are now heading down here. But this is the problem. The pair that came in up here come down there and then go back out. So they form like a rounded way that way. These form a rounded shape that way because of the way tension works. And it's really hard to make it look right, frankly. And there's definitely some funkiness going on. Because these ones... You know, you pull them to try and tension them, and because of the angles that they come in, they almost tension in the weirdest places. Have you ever had a bit of skin that's loose on the back of one of your teeth, and it constantly feels like you've got something stuck in your tooth, but you know you haven't? Been picking at it for quite a while now, as you do. I'm really not sure I can take doing much more of this today. My brain cells are truly rotting gently. Problem is remembering what you were doing, because of course there is no one worker pair working backwards and forwards. You've got to remember which end you were working from. I've got to remember that these two, which have at this point no discernible differently valued from the rest of them, I know what I'll do. Let's get them to the other side. Now, at the end, at the pokey end, we need to come in, do the dance. Okay, this is highly illogical, Captain. So, the last pair on the left need to do some twists. Need to come through there, through there. Do the dance with this. Now, I need to put a pin in somewhere. In here. Where's the end? There it is. Right. Now, you I don't have enough bobbins. I don't have enough bobbins, but I started out with the right bobbins, and I've definitely used the right number of bobbins. Bollocks to it. Oh, hang on. No, this is right. But wrong, but right. What the fuck? Undo. Again. Undo that. You come back. Now. This? No. Will you stop tangling? It's really hard enough to see without that. Right. I really can't see because we're at 180 degrees from, well, 90 degrees from where we should be. Right. You two are the passive pair. And you are the incoming pair. No, I definitely don't have enough bobbins. Because it shows an extra it shows a pair coming out of here where there isn't any. So ask to that. But on the good side, see, basically it's saying that this pair would then go on to be in the bottom of there. We've not got any of those. So we need to bring you the other side of this. And where did my pin go? There it is. Let's put my pin in. But at the same time, even though it shows two pins coming in, you have to cross and go out and then the fictitious pair should come in and be that, and you would go in the next pair. So I don't know how that works, but what we will do, because bollocks to it, is you can be Do you want to know why this doesn't add up? Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. Ignore the fact that there's 2 ones down the edge because we didn't do the edge thing. But there's supposed to be 31 pairs of bobbins. I've got 31 pairs of bobbins, and I've not got enough pairs of bobbins. So I've actually got less pairs of bobbins, and yet I'm only using 2 on the outside edge, not 3. So there really should be an extra pair of bobbins, but there ain't. So you are dealt with. You are done. And in fact, on that note, to help differentiate, I'm going to wrap you around there for a bit of stability. And then 1, 2, 3. Oh, dear me. Right, 1, 2, 3. Right. Slowly losing my marbles. Right, I feel that's the end of today. My sanity is in threads. We have done a fair bit, but as you can see, it's very slow progress and highly illogical, and frankly quite stressful. I don't feel effort versus reward is valid for this one. It is 20 to 10. I'm not going to get many bobbins done today, which is, and I still can't decide whether I'm swapping bobbins or not, because I really want to swap bobbins to the new bobbins, but I also don't want to do any extra work because otherwise it's going to be a week from now before I ever get round to starting the next triangle. So basically arse summer is the word of the day. It's just really frustrating that it takes me so long, and this is the problem I have with my weaving. And yet if you ever watch a lot of the kind of weaving people, they go, oh well, I can dress my loom in an hour. Yeah, but that hour is not an hour from starting with a bunch of cones and going, hey, I've picked a pattern, to I can start doing throw, stomp, bash. No, it's not. That hour is they do not measure out their warp in that time. They do not chain up their warp in that time. They do not put it on their loom in that time. All they really do is wind it on their loom and maybe, if it's a small project, thread it through all the heddles and tie it on at the front, and maybe be ready to weave. What they don't cover is the fact that you'll screw it up every time and you have to redo it 6 times with the threading through the reed and maybe some of the heddles and jiggle it about a bit. And they don't mention the measuring of the warp, which can take plenty of time in its own right, depending on what you need and how you're doing it. Because you can't always run multiple threads at the same time without going insane. It is just really one of those. I'm so glad that you keep telling everyone it's only an hour, because it's frigging not. It's not for most of us, especially, and of course when they go to dress their loom, they bang on about how they can do this by themselves and then always have a helper. And who can, caress the warp to make sure it's not tangled and sort out any tension on it, and they swing on it, whereas the rest of us have to use jugs of water and all sorts, right? So it doesn't take us an hour. It also depends how long your warp is. It depends how wide it is. There's just a whole, how many colours, bits of colours, how many ends you need to do. Because, if you need 200 ends and you're only doing 2 metres, well, that's not going to take very long. If you're winding 27 metres and you've got 6 different colours and you're trying to... It's going to take a bit longer. And it's the same as anything. It's like the 5-minute craft videos that you see on YouTube and TikTok and stuff. And there's no way it only took them 5 minutes. Well, exactly, and I'm pretty sure you'll agree with me. It's not an hour. I mean, the smallest, patheticest thing may be in an hour. But 99% of your projects are not going to take you 1 hour from mauling through the book to being ready to weave. And that's assuming you've got the yarn right in front of you. Right? It's just not that kind of time frame, and yet so many of the videos suggest that it is. And as I said, it's like the 5 minutes crafts thing, right? It is the 5-minute crafts of, oh, you could do this. Well, it takes 2 hours for the glue to set, love. It's not 5 minutes, right? It's frustrating to have false expectations set, and the prep for lace making is a lot like the prep for weaving, except every warp thread gets wound round a bobbin. Because in essence, that's really what's happening, is you have a ton of threads, you wind round a bobbin. What, from picking a pattern to done? I mean, I can certainly agree I can certainly weave fast. I can certainly weave fast. I know that. Wow. I've just never been able to get my loom ready in that sort of timescale. For example, I could make a lap blanket, for example. I mean, that helps a bit, to be fair, but I can make a lap blanket in under an hour in the actual weaving and sewing the ends and variety. Well, yeah, that can be a thing. But for me, the hardest part is, I think, partly due to my eyesight weirdness. So, like, I can't tell whether threads are on top of each other. I can't have. I'm really impressed. I think the problem I have is when winding on a warp board or even a warp mill. Warp mills are easier in one sense because you can kind of. I've got a warping square, I've got a warping mill, and I've got a warping board. I find the warping square is easier, but of course you can only do a small amount on it. I then find the mill easier. Now I've got a horizontal one because I've got dodgy shoulders from holding them up for too long after karate, and they've got like lumps in and they don't like being held up anymore, which is why the pins made my arms hurt so much yesterday, because I'm trying to support my elbow up and it's too much like holding my arms up in karate. But I found that, you know, even if I would say it takes me 2 to 3 hours to do the warping mill portion, I can certainly wind it on my loom at a reasonable speed because I've got jugs of water and I'm quite good at that. I'd say it probably takes me less than an hour to do that. But I then really struggle to sit and do the heddles. Doing the reed, I'm a lot faster. For some reason, doing the heddles takes me forever. It's like a day almost. It's like 8 hours for me doing that. But, as you've said it took 22 hours. Well, if I've spent 11, 12 hours already... Yeah, that's quite big. I mean, I'm talking 8/4 cotton because, well, I have a real issue and have more 8/4 cotton than humanly necessary. So, if it takes me 3 hours, say, to do the warping board, an hour or so to put it on the loom, it takes me another 8 to thread the heddles and do the reed. Tie it on, discover I fucked it up, spend another hour unfucking it up. That's 13 hours. I can certainly weave a blanket in 9 hours and finish it. But the problem is I can't do that in one straight. I have to have breaks. So it ends up being that I'll do, you know, maybe half the warp onto the mill on one day, half the warp on the next day. You know, it ends up spreading out over a week. And that's my problem, is it ends up being a week. So all I remember is, it's a week. To be honest, the actual pattern doesn't matter. Stomp, bash, throw, right? As long as it's a constant repeat, so whether you're doing twill, whether you're doing, you know, M's and W's, whatever it is, almost doesn't matter because it's just stomp, bash, throw. I mean, it makes it a bit easier to not fuck up the thread in mind. As I say, I'm really good at that. So yeah, I struggle with the prep. And I think because I don't have anyone to talk to while I do it. I don't have anyone to distract me and make it easier. Which is why I end up watching TV and then of course get sidetracked by the TV and I've discovered I haven't moved for half an hour. I've been staring at the telly, so I've tried audiobooks for it, but then I can't always hear over the audio books or whatever, so that gets complicated. So I can't win really. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a day. And I apologise to all that it's not been the most exciting stream watching me curse at my Flanders project. But hopefully you understand my reservations on Flanders now. Just because it is a lot of effort and a lot of weirdness without a lot of gain for the weirdness. But we have done a good chunk of... We've done nearly half the heart in 2.5 hours. I swear it wouldn't have taken that long in torsion. Yeah, you should go to bed. I'll need to go to bed shortly. After all, it's 10 o'clock almost now. So, but it's been good to see you. I appreciate you all being here. Hopefully tomorrow, I mean, I can't promise I'll have done any more bobbins, but then there's always a bit more Flanders to do. The problem will come when I've run out of Flanders and we still haven't got enough bobbins to work on, which means I've also got to get out my torture shop so I can hang my bobbins on it. And I don't really have anywhere to put the torture shop, which is always a struggle. So I shall see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.